Assalamu alaikum. This is Muhammad Rameez and you are watching Flutterflow. So today we are going to talk about the new topic, which is AppBar. Okay. So in this video we are going to discuss about how we can use AppBar and what are AppBar specifically, and then in the upcoming video we are going to discuss about the navbar, which we can see here. So okay, so in the next video we are going to discuss about navbar. So let's talk about what is AppBar and how we use AppBar and what's the purpose of using AppBar. So AppBar is basically a header of the page. Okay, so if you want to show the name of the page into the top of the page, and you don't want when you scroll like when you scroll the screen, so you don't want this header would be disappear. So this is known as, basically this is a header basically, and this is known as app bar. So let's see how it's look like and how we use this app bar. So you can simply go here, the settings tab, which I have discussed in the previous video, and then the third option is navbar and app bar. Okay, so you can simply hover over on it and to read customize your app bar and app bar here. So we can use these app bar. Okay, so first of all you need to come here and select the specific app bar, just like this. So for example, I have selected this style of the app bar. So go back to your Flutterflow panel, and here you can simply, how can you add this app bar? So you can see that I have already added my app bar, and I can also customize this app bar using this button. So I can, when I click on this button, so I can specify a specific style for this page. So let's see, for example, if I click this, so here you can see it's changing based upon my selection. So you can even change these things as well. So but for now I don't want to use these app bars because I have already designed my app bar. After designing this thing, you can also change the color for the specific page. Let's suppose I want to use this color, so I can change that color as well directly. So it's possible to use different app bar across different pages. It's totally fine, it's totally possible. Okay, you obviously you can only pick the format, specific format. So this is not about the color and not about the icons. It's all about the format, how you can add these things into the app bar. For example, in this design or in this style, you can see that we have two rows. One row is icon and back button, another row is page title. So we have two rows. Okay, so you can use these things just like this. Okay, so let's create a new page and see how app bar works. So yeah, this is app bar, and if you delete this thing, and let's suppose you want to use this design in your app bar. You want to show the home text into your app bar on the top of the page, and then you want some image on the rightmost side having a badge. Okay, so let's see how we can do these things. So yeah, obviously we have a text already, so let's delete this thing and add it again. So you can see that when I select my app bar, and if I'm gonna click on text button or any other widget, so it's not working, because if you want to add anything on app bar, you must need to drag and drop on the app bar. So you need to click on this button, the first button, to pick from the widget, and let's suppose we want text widget. So the app bar contain three portions. Let me show you. So if I drag down and going to the app bar, so you can see that app bar contain three portions: leading, title, and action. Okay, so the leading is basically, usually we mainly add icons in the leading tab, and then in the action is like this is action. So in the action panel we usually add any icon or image, just like the avatar we are gonna add now. So now we are gonna add the text into the app bar, just like this design we have seen. Home would be there and image would be there. So usually we add text uh, into the second option. Let's see. So you can see that when I, yeah, so we usually add title here. Okay, so in the title option, so you can see that I have added title into the text, but it still moved towards the side, leftmost side. Why it's happening? Because if I click on app bar, so you can see that we have features, some of the features in the app bar. We can change the color of app bar just like this. Even we can change the elevation. Elevation is basically a the drop shadow or the lift style. So when you increase the elevation just like 20, let's suppose, so you can see that this is now lifted up. So as much as you put the elevation, so the specific app bar would be lifted off to the page. Okay, so that would be a drop shadow kind of scenario. Also, if you want to change the height and the toolbar height, so you can add these two heights as well. Yeah, this is a specific feature for which this this title is shifted to the leftmost side. So if I click on center title, so you can see that it's now centered. And if I collapse this, you can see it's now off. You can also use flexible space. So if I click on this button, so it will take a lot of margin from left and rightmost side. So this portion is for your title specifically. So you can add a specific titles, let's suppose 0. So rightmost side is 0. So now you can simply manage your title padding flexibly using your this panel. Okay, so yeah, if you want to use a background image into your app bar, so you can simply add background widget, and here edit UI builder. Yeah, you can simply change the image. Now we have an image, and we can simply pick an image from assets, let's suppose, and we are gonna pick this image. So you can see that now in the app bar the image is now placed. Okay, so this is also possible in app bar. The next feature we have is a silver app bar. So the silver app bar is basically an expanded app bar. So if you open the silver app bar button, so you need to mention that what's the maximum height and what's the expanded height. Like, we need to define two things: minimum height and maximum height. If we want a very dynamic app bar, so we need to use silver app bar. Okay, in an expanded height, maybe we can say that in an expanded height it will exceed till 50 pixels. Okay, but in a collapse height it should be like 120 only. So when we are dragging down, if we are dragging down to, so the app bar is also stretching till 250 pixels. But when we are moving up, we are moving our cursor up, or dragging upside, so it will be collapsing till 120 pixels, because collapse height is 120 and the expanded height is 250. Okay, so that kind of thing. Toolbar height is basically a text height. So if we also want to set the text ratio uh, exactly same that the app bar gives us, so we must need to add the same collapse height into the same toolbar height, so that it will not take it will not go up, and it will take the same height. You can see that. Okay, so I'm gonna disable the collapse here. And yeah, obviously you can also pin and add a floating if you want. This thing should be floating, so by default it's floating. And if you want, it should be pinned, like the maximum height should be there, so you can do this thing here as well. Okay, so yeah, it's all about the app bar. You can also hide the app bar based upon the conditionality or visibility, so you can do this thing like this. Okay, so yeah, let's talk about let's see how we can add this image icon in the app bar. Okay, circular avatar, circular image, and we can drag down and come to the action part. Which part is green, which means that this part is active, so I need to put into the action panel. So the image is, right now the image is very big, because here you can see 200 pixels. So I'm gonna decrease it to the 50 pixels only, and I'm gonna add a padding which is 12 pixels from the rightmost side, and maybe we can decrease the radius of image as well, so it's 45 pixels now. Yeah, that's great. Now if we want to add a badge icon on the top of the avatar, so we can wrap the widget and add a badge. We have a badge variable. If you can't see the badge variable here, it's totally fine. You can simply cut this variable, control X, and now go back to your widget palette, and here you can search badge, and you can drag and drop it into the action panel, and now select the badge and paste control V. So yeah, we can increase the font size and move to the semi bold, and now it's looking like, obviously, like this. So it's almost the same. So you can say, yep, that's it. So it's all about the app bar, and in the next video we are going to discuss about, if let's suppose if we don't want to use app bar, which is by default, because we can only set specific things. We can only set text, we can only set three things: leading, title, as well as actions. So if we don't want to use these kind of things, so how we can create any app bar? For example, we want to create an app bar like this. So how we can create an app bar which we can use across every page, and how we can achieve this thing. So in the upcoming video, in the next video, I'm gonna create how we can create a custom app bar. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.